And people wonder why women choose the bear. If you did not get a chance to catch the episode of It Is What It Is podcast with none other than Cameron and Mace, please go catch that one, specifically the one with Adrien Broner. Now, Adrien Broner, being the world title boxer, was on there to talk about, parts in his sports career, football, and then what he sees coming up for his future because, he's like, he got plans and what have you. Yes, a lot of people are aware of the myriad of issues that he kind of faces and suffers from. However, he was completely fixated with their co host stat. Beautiful girl. But it's like, understand when people are giving you that nervous energy, like, thank you, but okay. And that's the thing where a lot of people was like, well, she was laughing. She was laughing because it was nervous energy. And you don't understand what that feels like when you kind of have to laugh this off because you're like, am I going to have to run? Or how does this go? Like, a lot of people just like, oh, he's just playing. People don't play like that. Everybody's tired of playing. You're too old for this shit. Like, so in good fashion, Cam told him, nigga, you got to chill. Because he was like, look, her man in here. I need you to, pull back. Let's go ahead and talk about sports and whatnot. And it was real interesting because I love Mace's facial expressions because in the clip of the camera, you could see him look at him like he's not gonna, because he really tried to deflect the situation to, to go to something else to like kind of smooth out the moment because he had to tell him, he was like, yo, I mean, he was over here telling this girl he loved her. He was like, he didn't know she was this beautiful in person. Like it was a lot. And even if her boyfriend was not there in the studio, it's still the fact of just respecting someone's space and not being so fucking extra. So, in true G fashion, Cameron was like, look, we're done. I'm gonna pay you for your time. He pulls out the money back and he really pays him for his time. And he was like, look, you want to talk to me afterwards? Stick around outside. We can have that conversation. He was like, but, I can't allow you to do this. And this was fantastic on, the account of making sure that she was comfortable because you could absolutely feel the uncomfortableness in that moment. Now, here's the thing. A lot of y'all are like, well, did he really do it because of her feeling uncomfortable? Or did he do it because he's cool with her boyfriend and the boyfriend was on set? Either way, the shit was shut down. And I think that, regardless of how you feel of his reason behind it, that's just crisis of for one woman, at least when we have seen in these past few weeks, um, situations like this escalate to where we are trying to help families get justice for women that should still be here. That's the reality of a lot of this. That's the reality of, not having someone to step up and step in because literally, what is she going to do? And the thing about it is, everybody's like, oh, you don't understand. You understand. You already know why women would choose the bear. But some of you all want to act in ignorance. Because again, you could honestly see that there was something else going on there. And the fact of the matter is, he does need help. However, it is not okay to utilize that as your crutch to be out here treating people this way and making them feel uncomfortable because you refuse to go do the work. So definitely shout out to Cameron for, stopping it. Whatever you all feel like, the reason of it was, that situation was stopped. And it was stopped dead in its tracks. And I think it really brought forth conversation for a lot of men to say, they understood it. Some of y'all in the comments didn't understand it. It was like, oh, he was joking. If you were sitting back and letting your homeboy joke like that, you're part of the problem. And if you get in my comments, you'll already know, baby, I like to tussle in these comments, okay? Because numbers is everything, remember. However, you cannot see all of these headlines and not realize that there's a common denominator. And when you have the ability to stop it, do so. Because we are tired of saying, she ain't got no business being gone.
Like and subscribe to Mom's channel.